Can you talk a little bit about? Yeah, can you talk a little bit about your relationship with Leon, your roommate, and what's it been like? You know, you two as transfers coming in here.
Yeah, we first came in about the same time, like in December when we both committed. We committed probably like a week after he committed here, and so we were both, you know, going to the bowl practices and, you know, just watching them practice. We also got to practice with them for a little bit, so, you know, we got to know each other a little bit just by being roommates in the hotel. You know, then we started to realize, all right, like let's room together, and, you know, it's just been a like close bond right now. And, you know, we're both pretty competitive, and, you know, we bring the best out of both of us. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned so far. And just like the whole position room, you know, I think we all grown pretty close. And, you know, Leon, you know, is a great player, and I know he's gonna contribute from day one for this defense a lot.
When you guys are both coming in similar situations like that, like you said, you know, transferred in at the same time, you're watching the bowl practices together, things like that. Is there a shared vision that you almost have? You're like, all right, we're going to be here next year. What can we accomplish here in Wisconsin?
Yeah, most definitely. I know we both got the same goals, if not, you know, just anything totally different from what we envisioned. You know, being on this defense, being able to contribute for this defense. You know, and just strengthen them from last year and improve any weaknesses that they had. I think that's just been, you know, one of our main goals, and just being able to, you know, compete and contribute where needed. I know the biggest thing that we're going to provide is, you know, speed off the edge, just destruction, ball destruction, and just making plays. I think that's just the biggest thing that we want to do.
For you personally, what's your transition been like coming from William Mary here in Madison?
Yeah, it's been you know, a little not as smooth as first, but you know, I just eased in. I started easing into it more as you know, school started, and just like picking up, you know, what the standard is here, what everybody, you know, expects from me, and just my other teammates here as well. I think that was just the biggest thing, just understanding the culture. And, you know, as soon as I started to pick it up and, you know, just learn about learning and then looking at everybody else, what they're doing, it started to become a more smoother transition.
I'm curious, what made that transition not as smooth in the beginning?
Just by, you know, I guess just realizing, you know, culture here, I guess just trying to fit to that standard, mold to that standard. You know, it's coming from another school. You know, it's just may not have the same things that they were doing at that one school. So just being able to mold myself and just being, you know, one into, you know, the 100 other players and just becoming a group and a team. And, you know, I think I've done that. And I think there's, you know, a very strong culture and a very strong bond with this team right now.
So talking to Matt, he mentioned that you bulked up in terms of weight. When you got here, you were like around 220-ish, and now you're up around 240, 250-ish.
Yeah.
Just what's gone into that? What have you done to kind of add on that to create, you know, obviously more on the edge here?
Yeah. First, I probably want to shout out Coach Brady, our strength coach here. He's definitely, you know, just taking me in and just helping me put on this weight, at speed, without like gaining any fat, still being able to move the same is my biggest thing, and I think I've done that. I know I've done that, and I feel like I'm playing well right now with this weight on. So yeah, shout out to the strength coaches for just being able to put me in that situation. Winter workouts probably were about 5-6 weeks, and just working out 4 to 5 days a week. You know, being able to eat. You know, that was a major thing I wanted to do before spring ball started. So, you know, I'm glad I was able to do that.
You haven't seen any changes in speed or anything like that? Or have you seen anything increase in terms of that?
Yeah, I definitely feel more explosive, just gaining more weight. I think that was my biggest thing. I wanted to be able to maintain my speed. I felt like I gained more speed, gained more explosiveness from this weight, and I'm playing better. I feel like I'm playing better, playing stronger at the point, doing all the things that I did at my old school, but I just feel much better with this weight on.
They give you a top-end goal when they say once you get that number, don't go beyond it. So you lose some of that?
No, not yet. There's no top end number. What they
John Pius.
what they envision me is to be just at 250 and being able to keep that throughout the season.
John, Aaron Wood's been here for quite some time.
Yeah.
He's just now getting back into things. I know you're not here for all that. So what are your initial impressions of the kind of player that he has shown so far?
Yeah, Aaron Wood, man, he's real nasty, like aggressive. I don't know if you guys have seen like the team run periods, the pride periods, what we call this, basically 907, a lot of run stuff. But yeah, he's a really aggressive player. And he's like physical, and you know that's the type of player you need on your team. You need in your room. He's someone that's not afraid to get dirty and get it done. You know.
Do you know much about his story, like his past and what it took for him to get back to this point or anything like that?
Not as much. Yeah, I don't really think I knew as much of his injury before, but I think from right now from what I was seeing, he wasn't practicing as much this winter and coming into spring ball before, but no, I haven't.
Going back to the impact that Aaron's made on you guys and everything in this room, he just said a few minutes ago that if this position's doing well, then the program's doing super well. So how would you add on? How do you hope to add on to that legacy and what this position has provided for this team?
Yeah, I think my biggest thing is just being able to, I guess, help this team, whether it's creating pressures to the QB or stopping the run, getting TFLs in the backfield, just creating turnovers for real. I feel like that's my biggest goal, to help with this position room. And you know, there's a lot of great players that have come from the outside linebacker room here at Wisconsin, and you know, I felt that like that was a strong connection that I had here. I felt like I wanted to be one of those players that come out of here and, you know, become a staple in Wisconsin. So that's my biggest thing, is just being able to, I guess, build off that legacy as much as I can.
What's been the biggest transition in terms of what you're being asked at William and Mary compared to what you're being asked to do here at Wisconsin?
Yeah, they here, you know, they expect me to do a little more than I did at William & Mary. Whether it's, you know, dropping into coverage, going man on man on tight ends, doing more stunts. You know, it's, you know, just being able to be able to be comfortable in those type of roles is what they want me to do, and I think that's been the biggest difference.
John, here you're going up against, you know, Tampa's Riley Bowman, Jack Nelson. What have you kind of seen, you know, in those battles that maybe are different from where you played in the past?
Both Riley and Jack won. Those are both great tackles. Being able to go against them, you know, that's like iron sharpens iron. It's pretty much competitive every practice. Like, you know, they got a nasty streak, I got a nasty streak. And, you know, we have a lot of great players, both in the O-line room and the outside linebacker room. So it's really always a competitiveness every time we're going against each other. But I'll say, you know, they are always, you know, helping me, whether it's pass rushing, and how they're coming at me on the run. Like, those are the type of looks that you want to see from O-line, especially the Big Ten. So they're doing a great job with that.